Hello, my beautiful people. How's it going? Hi, my name is Michelle. For all those who are new to my channel, I'm a cash-based budgeter here in Western Australia, and this is just me documenting my journey to get my family out of the rat race of living paycheck to paycheck. I think we're doing relatively well, actually, considering this is the first year we've ever done anything like this. We've already seen an amazing change in how we live our day-to-day lives. And one thing I must stress, that my husband and I are having amazing conversations in regards to how we're managing our finances, because we have money allocated for everything that is in our lives, that we actually don't feel the pinch of it. There are some areas that we're trying to be a little strict with ourselves, and that's because we put a goal on ourselves for the year of 2022, and that is to reach 22,000 in savings and sinking funds and cash envelopes, all to combined a sum of 22,000, and that also includes money that we're putting into the bank. So this is slightly different. This is not a regular cash stuffing video. And the reason that is because this is monies that we have received in our tax return this year. For those of you who are not from Australia, or you're joining me from other countries, in Australia our financial year is from the 1st of July to the 30th of June the following year. So we put in our tax returns this year, and we actually did really well, and there are a few things that contributed to that. One is that my HEX is significantly paid off. Again, for those who are not here in Australia, if any Australian wants to go in for higher studies, such as a university degree, we have, I guess, it's not the same as student loans. I must stress in that this is government aid. So it's kind of like a student loan, so we still have to pay it back, but it actually is part of our income. So when we start earning above 45,000 a year, we pay 1% of our income to HEX. And then if we go into the next income threshold, we pay 2%. And if we go into the next one, we pay 3%, and so on and so forth. And I think when you start earning like a really high, like super high figure, which that's not me, but I think it can go up to 8%. But guess what? This money is taken out as tax. So you basically, that's why you don't see many Australians stuffing student loan, or talking about any student loan debts as part of their cash envelopes, because that money is already taken out of our income before we get it even. And so when we are actually doing our taxes, our cash envelope is actually money that we can play with. And so if we talk about debts, a lot of the time it's about consumer debts like credit card debts and mortgages and things like that. We very rarely would talk about HEX, because that is money that is already coming out. So sorry I rambled on a bit, but I just thought it's important to just give a little bit of background. So most of us do have university degrees, and some of us may have chosen not to go to university, which is completely fine. We've taken on trades, or we're trying different things. I did go to university. I did get a degree, and I have paid off significantly, and I was actually paying more, which I didn't need to. So hence why I've got back quite a bit in return. So this obviously, the amount that I'm getting now, I have never received this much before. So I thought, you know what, why not put pen to paper and just see where I would like to allocate this money. And this also includes my husband's tax income. And what I've decided is that I'm not going to do this as cash, like physically take out the cash, because it's a lot of cash. So let's start first with my tax, and this time I got 4,900 and some change, but I am just rounding it down to the 4,900. Hubby's tax, he got, I'm also again rounding down, he got $2,000 and some change. So we're doing already really well. Now, the childcare subsidy, this really caught me off guard. We do get a childcare subsidy. So again, it depends on your income as to how much you have to pay for your childcare. Now, I am paying a pretty significant amount because I'm on the higher threshold now. However, last financial year, half of the financial year, I was still on part-time. But when I declared my income to basically at the start of the financial year, you have to declare what you believe your income is going to be for that year. I put my full-time income in, not realizing I should have taken into consideration that half the year was part-time and half the year was only full-time. So I got a total of 1,800 in. That's not going to happen every year, guys. That I think is purely because of how half the year I was part-time and half the year I was full-time, and that's why I've overpaid, and so hence I was owed back by the government. So again, that's pretty hectic in my books, at least. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that my mom, bless her, she gave me some monies, and she wanted, sorry, it's 1,850, that's right. My mom gave some monies, and she gave me US dollars, and she said that she would like to use this to put in money for my son, and so her grandson. And I thought that was so generous of her. So when I exchanged the money, it came to $950 and some change again. I'm rounding down. So that was some extra monies that I have received. And from work, I got, it was some sort of bonus thing that I got, but it was not much, but it still counts. So I'm going to count it in this. I got $100 from that. So grand total is, again, still can't find my calculator, so I'm going to make this work, do my math, and tell you how much it is. So it is $9,800 in total that I have received from all of these areas. Isn't that amazing? I have never seen a lump sum of money in my account for that. And it's actually making me nervous because I believe, now I thought about it, should I take out the 9,800, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what 9,800 feels like. And I was thinking I was a bit, I guess the nervousness kind of kicked in, and that's like a lot of money for me to bring home. So I thought, how about I just divvy it up as on paper. And then I made some prop money for myself so that I can just put some prop money in here so I know where I'm allocating monies to. So off the bat, hubby and I had a discussion, and we said that we're going to put $5,000 straight into savings. Like, not even thinking about it, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to put straight $5,000 straight into savings, and that would, like, that's really good. The other thing we wanted to do was we wanted to pay the credit card off as soon as possible. And so we're putting $1,000 onto the credit card. Again, not thinking about it. We need to do it. That's how we're allocating it. We think that's the responsible thing to do. So by the end of this month, we're credit card free. The other thing is, what my mom wanted to do was to invest money for my son, and hubby and I had a discussion about it, and we said that we're also going to put monies to it. And so we've decided that we're going to put $2,000 into a low risk investing fund for our son, and every time we get tax money, we decided that we're just going to add money in. So this includes some monies from hubby and myself, and my mom's very generous gift for my son. So where we at now 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 6, 7, 8. So we're at 8,000 now. So we have 1,800 to play with for everything else. Okay, let's think about this. I'm going to put, again, I'm just thinking of what's coming up and what I would like to spend. So I'm going to put $600 straight up to my son's birthday party because it is expensive. And like I've explained before, it's something that I would like to do because he's only going to be little once actually. And now my mom is here. So we just want to make a bit of a big deal about it. So I'm going to put straight up $600 in there. I would like to do monies into the car maintenance and tires. So I think I'm just going to put $400 straight up in there. All right, so that's another 1,000. I'm thinking the other area I think I would like to put it in because that's coming up in November, and that is vacation. The other area I would like to put in is passports because I really need to get my husband's passport, my passport, and my little son's passport. So in vacation, I'm just going to put straight up $400. And passports, I am going to put, I'm just going to put $400 because then that way I only have to get to another $400 in passports and we're done. Like that will make a huge difference. All right, I think, yeah, those are the main areas that I think I would like to put the monies in. Now, this is some prop money that I've been working on. This is just for me. It's just so I got 5,000. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's, so 5 is 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 800. So let me just count that. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5. So that's 9,000. No. What am I doing? 5, 6, 7, 8,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9,800. All right, I'm just going to put this to the side, bring out my binders, and I'm missing one binder. Bear with me one moment. All right, so this binder, we're going to be putting the car maintenance. We're going to be putting $400 straight up in there. I'll update the tracker at a later stage. So we've got, how should I do this? I've never had to count like this before. So 100, so 200, 400, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh, that didn't count right. So that's 400, 420, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75. So $475 in car maintenance. So I'm ready to book my car in for a service. So that's really good. I'll update this tracker at a later stage. So car maintenance is done and that binder is done. So I'll put that to the side. What I might do is I might take out the $2,000 that I was going to be putting in for my son. Now, I would like your feedback in the comments. You know how at the end of the month, I like to do a tally Should I be counting this money even though it's going into my son's brokerage account? It's not going into my brokerage account, even though I am the one who's controlling this account. So yes, if there is an emergency, I could liquidate this brokerage account, because till my son is 18, I believe, I need to check, but I believe till he's 18, I control his account for him. But I don't ever see myself ever liquidating it unless it's an emergency. So let me know if you feel I should be adding this into the end of month tally, or should I just leave it out? It's money that it's put aside, never to be thought about. It's just, I don't know. I'm umming and erring about that. Is that considered something I should put in my tally or not? But so I would love to hear back from you guys and see what you guys think. So please do put that in the comments down below. All right, so the rest of this money. Now, I am going to be going straight to celebration. So this is my son's birthday party. Again, I'll update the tracker later. So 200, 400, and 600. All right. So we got 200, 400, 600, 700. Then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's 800. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So $850 is there for my son's birthday party. So that's pretty decent. All right, so the next thing I want to add in is the vacation. This one really needed a big boost because it is an expensive. So in November, my family and my husband's cousin's family were all going south of Western Australia just for a long weekend. So we're literally leaving here on Thursday. We're away Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we come back to our homes on Monday. But we've realized that booking Airbnbs and finding a decent house that allows us to bring dogs, that was what was turning out to be a bit on the expensive side. So each couple or each family is paying about $400. No, how much is it coming to? It's in accommodation alone is coming to $800. So that's why we needed this bulk of monies. So I've got 400 there, 450, 500, 20, 30, 40. So $540 is there for vacation so far. Now for passport, we're now literally just starting this one. And like I said, I need for 2 adults and 1 child, and it's about $350 per passport for the adult and $150 for the kid passport. So by me putting in $400 is a really, really good start, because that will take care of my husband's passport, and then we can start working on my passport and my son's passport. All right, so that is done for this binder. All right, I just looked at my notes. This $1,000 again is going to be put to the side because we have actually already spent this $1,000. This is for the credit card, so I shouldn't even have had that over there. Now the final one is savings. So I thought for a change I'm going to represent it. So I've been putting money aside every fortnight since I got my pay rise into my offset account as savings. So, but it was just this. I had nothing to represent it. So I made some prop money for myself. So every fortnight I'll be adding one of these in, and that will represent one of these little money bags. So what I've decided is I'm going to add this $5,000 in that offset account. It'll be added to the savings. It's making me feel really good about that. And that way it's made a big boost, and it's visually, I can see it. I know for some people it doesn't matter, but I think because I can't physically have the money, and I think it'll be silly to have about $8,000 just sitting in an envelope like this, having it like prop money like this will make a big difference. So that is the savings. And that, of course, I'll be counting at the end of the month as the month tally. And that's it. That's my prop money cash stuffing, I guess. But this is truly a blessing having this money come in at this time of the year. It's made a big boost to my savings and some of the areas which I was lacking, and I really wanted it to get a boost, but I was just like, how do I make my budget work? So this has really been like a saving for myself and my husband, and it's actually been, I guess, at the right time, because there was a time we were feeling quite flat as to we saw progress, but at the same time progress was kind of slow. And by having this money come in, and I know this is not going to happen every year, this was those one-off years because of how our pay structure worked out this financial year. Obviously the next financial year we're not expecting anything near this, so we're making good use of the money we're getting for this time around. Anyway, everyone, this was a bit of a chit-chatty type video. I hope I didn't bore everyone, but I just thought, you know, this is, like I said, this is just me trying to document my journey and keep me motivated and keep me accountable. And I just wanted to be transparent about everything, so you don't see me when I'm doing my tally as like, oh, how did she get all this money? Well, this is how. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off here because I think I've made the video a little bit too long already for something like this. But make sure, everyone, that you are kind to yourself, you're kind to everyone else. Until the next time, take care. Bye.